Good day, folks. Thank you for joining us here at Your Health. On today's program, we'd like to talk about the health attributes of Tart cherry. Now, this goes way beyond just the benefits provided for gout and arthritis. Tart cherry is an amazing substance that can help you live a less painful life. That's the whole point of this, relieving our pains. First, let's go to our news. Let's see what's happening in the health world. Scientists uncover the secrets to thriving. Researchers from the University of Portsmouth reviewed all of the available literature on the state of being known as thriving. Included in the review was a wide range of research conducted on all stages of life, from infancy to the senior years, and on a wide variety of professions and lifestyles. Although thriving has many features, the main attributes include experiencing a sense of personal development, getting better at something, and attaining success at mastering something. The study was published by European psychologists. Well, folks, this is a fascinating line of research that could help a lot of people better understand what life characteristics lead to happiness. When we describe someone as thriving, we think of them as on top of their game, or they have a lot going for them, and that people enjoy being around them. Someone who is thriving gets up every day seeking new experiences and opportunities. Well, they're just excited about life. Now, this notion of thriving is common, but what is not so common is knowing what it takes to achieve a thriving life and to be recognized by others as thriving. That is what this study accomplished. They have, in effect, shown us how to thrive and be happy. So, let's get to it. What are the features of those who thrive? First category, those who are thriving are, well, they are spiritual. They're optimistic, motivated, and proactive. They enjoy learning. They are flexible and adaptable. They're socially competent, and they believe in and respect themselves. The next category, the person who is thriving has, well, they have an opportunity to thrive. They have the support of those close to them. Also, their challenges and difficulties are manageable. Their environment is calm and relatively free of strife. They have autonomy over their affairs, and those who know them best view the thriving person as competent and capable. Well, isn't this something? These researchers have described how to have an outstanding life. These are the traits we should all strive for. Now, folks, I can't help but think about our children, grandchildren, and young people in need of guidance, and how knowing these secrets to happiness could provide so many with a better life. There is good news from the European Society of Cardiology. Dark chocolate infused with olive oil lowers cardiovascular disease risk. Researchers from the University of Pisa, Italy, evaluated 26 subjects with at least 3 cardiovascular disease risk factors response to consuming dark chocolate infused with either apples or olive oil. They found both types of chocolate improved disease risk, but the chocolate infused with olive oil reduced it the most. Related research from the medical journal Heart finds the regular consumption of any type of chocolate reduces the risk of atrial fibrillation. Women who consumed 1 serving of chocolate a week were at 21% reduced risk, and men who ate 2 to 6 servings a week were at 23% reduced risk of atrial fibrillation. Well, this is truly good news. Chocolate provides health benefits. Folks, over the years, we've reported at least a dozen studies, probably more, that confirm the consumption of chocolate provides our bodies with powerful polyphenol antioxidants that help to lower blood pressure, improve mood, lower cholesterol and blood markers of inflammation, promote proper vascular function and repair. Today, we learn that when dark chocolate is infused with olive oil, another source of powerful polyphenol antioxidants, the health-promoting effects are even more pronounced. We also learned that chocolate of any type, milk or dark, whether it's mixed with nuts or creams, any type whatsoever, significantly reduces the risk of atrial fibrillation. Folks, some 33 million people worldwide have this type of irregular heartbeat, and many of them are required to take an anticoagulant to help protect them from dislodging a clot that may result in a stroke. This type of research helps us to change the way we approach our diet and life in general. For me personally, if I occasionally have a sweet, it's almost always chocolate. Well, today on Your Health, we'd like to discuss the health-promoting properties of Tart cherry. Join us. We'll be right back.
Do you believe that nature holds the answer to your health needs? Are you looking for a supplement that's simple and pure, yet really works?
If you're looking for nature's answer to better health, look to Aloha Noni Juice. It's pure and fresh, just like nature intended. Aloha Noni Juice is brought to you direct from the islands of Polynesia.
Aloha Noni Juice is 100% pure with no added sugar or sweet fruit fillers. It's the perfect addition to your low-sugar diet.
Aloha Noni Juice drinkers will tell you their vitality, energy, and sense of well-being have improved, along with relief from many painful conditions. Made by nature, proven by science, Aloha Noni Juice contains only nature's best.
And now you can enjoy the benefits of our new 100% certified organic Noni Juice.
Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings. I'm Cindy Becker, and this is Your Health at a Glance. Heavy metal poisoning is a growing concern, and it may play a role in your health. It can happen through occupational exposure or environmental pollution, or both. If you work in a metal shop, a smelting plant, or any type of facility that uses electroplating or welding, you may be suffering from heavy metal exposure. But those of us who live in cities may suffer from heavy metal exposure through environmental pollution. It's the #1 cause of heavy metal poisoning. It can occur over a long period of exposure, or it can happen after a single dose. Symptoms can be overlooked because they're symptoms of common diseases such as fatigue, memory loss, tremor, joint pain, and indigestion. These are common symptoms of heavy metal poisoning. If your health is declining and you haven't been able to figure out the underlying cause, discuss heavy metal poisoning with your doctor. For Your Health at a Glance, I'm Cindy Becker.
Vitamin D deficiency is at epidemic levels in the United States. Chances are you aren't getting enough of this essential nutrient. Vitamin D is one of the most important molecules in the human body. It's required for the proper function of nearly 4,000 genes and 1,000 metabolic chemical reactions.
BioInnovations brings you Dr. Becker's Bionutrients Vitamin D3. Now, supplementing with vitamin D is safe and affordable.
Studies show that vitamin D deficiency can lead to poor immune function, depression, cardiovascular disease, bone disease, diabetes, cancer, and much more. Starting supplementing vitamin D today for better health tomorrow.
BioInnovations is the affordable source that you can trust for all your vitamin and supplement needs. So give us a call at 888-442-2128. That's 888-442-2128. Or order online at bioinnovations.net. We're back, everyone, and we welcome you today. We're so happy you could join us. You know, so many Americans suffer from pain, don't they? I mean, and when you have pain, it gets all of your attention. So whenever something in the natural world comes up to help pain, we want to learn about it and we want to share it with you. Well, that's where we are today. We're going to be talking about tart cherry extract. This one is amazing for pain and inflammation. So, Richard, yes. Tart cherry. Now, this isn't really the same cherry you make cherry pie from.
It is.
Although those are good too.
Well, that's
but it's
a good
not,
point.
You don't really make pie from tart cherries. You make it from sweet cherries usually.
All types of cherries share these medicinal properties that we're going to talk about today. But the tart cherry, the one with less sugar too, the tart cherry has the most polyphenols, health-promoting compounds within it. But you're not making a mistake by having any type of cherry. They're all helpful for what we're going to talk about. You know, you mentioned how many Americans are suffering in pain. And so many of us, we don't know about alternatives to medicines, and maybe we've become dependent on a narcotic to control our pain, or we have to take 8, 10, 12 ibuprofen every day to calm our pain. And you're learning that that doesn't work that well. I go from one dose of medicine to the next, and I would really like to know alternatives. And what do? We go to our doctor, our typical MD, and ask, aren't there any alternatives? And he says what? What does he say? They're not proven. Well, that's a mistake. They are proven. We have all sorts of alternatives. You know, folks, here in America, we have become over-dependent on medications because the funnel of information about how to care for our health problems is controlled by those who profit from medications and not natural remedies. No one can patent Tart cherry. No one stands to make $1 billion profit off Tart cherry, so they don't investigate it and they don't teach doctors this. So I want you to know before we go into this discussion on Tart cherry that it is proven. There's great scientific evidence, and Tart cherry and other agents that we're going to talk about are very helpful, particularly for gout, but also arthritis and a wide variety of painful conditions. So no matter what the cause of pain, lend me your ear for a little while and learn more about the natural measures that can help you get out of pain in a safe manner. And they can be used with medicines if you need them to. Osteoarthritis and gout are painful conditions that affect millions of Americans. The medications used to treat these conditions are helpful, but they all come with significant side effects, and many of those in pain are prohibited or unable to take these medicines to stop their pain. Nature provides us with tart cherries as a remedy for many of these painful conditions. The tart cherry is also known by botanists as Prunus cerasus. All varieties of cherry have similar chemical compositions and health-promoting properties. However, tart cherry contains the most polyphenolic antioxidants compounds that are known to promote health and calm inflammation. It's actually the tartness of the cherry is these polyphenolic antioxidants. They have a bit of a bitter taste. And so the more tart the cherry, the more of these antioxidants they contain. Also, tart cherry contains the least amount of sugar of the cherries, and this allows you to consume more of the fruit, more of the juice, more of the extract without having the damaging effects of sugar. Cindy, a glass of cherry juice, although delicious and full of health-promoting properties, contains about the same amount of sugar as a soda pop. I want to be very clear on that, and we should all limit our sugar. So it does make sense to extract the active chemical compounds out of the juice, get rid of the water, get rid of the sugar, use that for something else, and just ingest the compounds that give us all these health-promoting properties. Now, the native habitat of the cherry is Eastern Europe, but cultivation dates back to the ancient Greeks, 300 BC. We have written narrative history of cherries being used both as a food and as a medicinal agent some 2,300 years or more, probably more. The early English colonists brought cherry cultivars with them to America. There are now more than 100 different types of cherries worldwide, and Turkey is the world's #1 producer of cherry, Turkey. When I think of cherry, I think of cherry blossoms in both Washington, D.C. and in Japan. The beautiful color of these blossoms is just stunning, how beautiful a cherry tree can be in full blossom. Have you ever seen that? It's just gorgeous, isn't it? Maybe that's an indicator of the benefit to humanity that could provide. Today, tart cherries are used in jams, pastries, tarts, pies, cakes, juice, concentrate, and as the fruit and as a base fruit from which extracts are capsulized and used as medicinal foods. Consuming extracts allows for large amounts of active cherry ingredient consumption without overloading on sugar. Now, I love a bowl of cherries, but I don't know if I want to have to eat those every day. You know, dietary variety is important. And having to drink the juice or eat the cherries every day, maybe that's not something I can keep going, but taking 2 or 3 capsules of cherry juice extract to control gout, I can keep that going and enjoy the fruit when it's in season. That's the thing. You can do both. There's no problem with doing both. Now, historically, tart cherry and all the cultivars of cherry have been used as a healthy vitamin C containing fruit, used in many food dishes. Medicinally, it has been used throughout history, very much like it is today, for painful conditions. Tart cherry is used as a food today and as a medicinal agent for pain and inflammation, relief of arthritis and gout, and as an antioxidant containing dietary supplement to counter cardiovascular disease, cancer, and as a sleep promoting agent. Let's talk about the science a little bit about gout. about tart cherry. Tart cherry contains anthocyanins. These are polyphenolic pigmented compounds that give tart cherry its beautiful color. Tart cherry contains the widest variety of anthocyanins so far discovered. You know, I think of grape seed extract and grape skin extract. That is another source of anthocyanins. But tart cherry has as many as 6 or more anthocyanins, whereas the grape only has 2 or 3. So it has this wide variety of anthocyanins. Tart cherries contains 6 or more of these. These purple to red antioxidants are proven useful in a wide variety of health conditions, including diabetes, cardiovascular disease, Alzheimer's disease, pain and inflammation of arthritis and gout. Now, a little historical perspective. Humans have understood that the quality of their diet dictates their future health, and I think they've known that since man was first placed on this earth by our Creator. Even if you have no science behind you, you know that what I eat today has a lot to do with how I feel. Doesn't that make sense? And the early humans, they would look and see people who didn't have as much, or they were ignorant and they didn't eat as healthy of foods, and they saw their suffering. So I think it's intuitive that we all know that our quality of diet leads to our quality of health. But about 120 years ago, early scientists began really thinking in earnest, what is it about our diet? What components in our diet leads to better health? Because all the early observations showed quality of diet leads to less disease, less suffering, and a longer life. That is where all of this started. Let's break apart the tart cherry and see what it is about the cherry that provides us with these health benefits, and the anthocyanins are a major part of it. These polyphenols contain a remarkably wide variety of health-promoting pigments, also called, we call these polyphenols. Aside from the anthocyanins, that's the purpley color, then the other polyphenols, quercetin, camphorol, and about 20 others. Tart cherry contains what's called gallic acid equivalents, 495 gallic acid equivalents. This is a way of measuring polyphenol content, and it's second only to blueberries. So the tart cherry is just packed with powerful antioxidants. Tart cherry contains a wider variety and higher quantity of polyphenolic antioxidants than almost any other food. Now, what's the point of all that? When we return from these important messages, we're going to talk about how these polyphenolic antioxidants affect our cells. They actually right the ship, as it were. A floundering ship helps to right the cell so it can self-heal and self-correct, and that is the essence of good health. We'll be right back. Every day, about 200 million Americans do not get enough of a key essential mineral.
That mineral is magnesium. The typical American diet does not supply enough.
And magnesium is so important. It protects bones and helps more than 300 different enzymes in the human body perform efficiently.
That's why Bioinnovations offers chelated magnesium capsules for oral use and topical magnesium gel to be applied to the skin. That's 2 forms of magnesium to meet your daily needs.
Scientific evidence points to chelation as the best method of vitamin and mineral formulation.
Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health.
Because chances are you are one of the 200 million Americans who need more magnesium every day.
Again, that number is 888-442-2128. Call today. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings.
I'm Dr. Richard Becker, and this is Your Health at a Glance. Do you suffer from cramps, gas, bloating, or other digestive troubles? How about fatigue, depression, and headaches? All these symptoms could be caused by a condition called lactose intolerance. Your body doesn't digest lactose, the sugar found in milk and other dairy products. As a result, you can suffer from a wide variety of symptoms. If you often experience digestive problems, fatigue, depression, or headaches following meals, try avoiding dairy for a week or two and see if your symptoms lessen or go away. All of the nutrients found in dairy, including calcium, are present in sufficient amounts in other foods. So if you find that you are lactose intolerant, you can safely avoid dairy and still enjoy complete nutrition. For your health at a glance, I'm Dr. Richard Becker. There are thousands of fungal species, and at least 200 of them have been found to cause human diseases.
Fungal infections are common, so what can we do to protect ourselves?
One solution is oregano, a natural alternative. Oregano fights problems created by fungus and yeast overgrowth, and it improves many other health conditions.
At BioInnovations, we offer oregano in gel caps and liquid extract.
Yeast and fungal disorders can improve.
So take charge of your health by choosing a natural alternative such as oregano gel caps or oil of oregano liquid extract.
Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings. That number's 888-442-2128. We're back, everyone, having a great discussion about tart cherry extract for pain and inflammation. This one is so great. So we were talking right before the break about the polyphenol content. Well, Richard, that's just amazing how powerful the tart cherries are.
Yes, they are, and they do remarkable things for ailing cells. What the polyphenols and the anthocyanins do, they activate messenger pathways in our cell's nucleus, and they activate mechanisms that turn on our native antioxidant pathways. Now, I don't want to bore you with scientific jargon, but this stuff is essential. If we are to ever find a better way of living, a better way of treating disease, we have to learn a little more about the science behind how it all works. And if you'll be patient with me, we can come to understand this. Now, these polyphenols, the antioxidants, the anthocyanins in tart cherries and other fruits and vegetables, but particularly today we're talking about tart cherry, it activates what's called superoxide dismutase system. Now, let me explain that. We are oxygen-based creatures. We breathe in oxygen. It assists in it drives our oxidative process in our aerobic metabolism. We burn fuel just like a campfire would burn fuel or your car burns fuel. It's the same basic metabolic process. It's the same reaction in a way. It's just contained within us. And we can't be burned up in a blaze of fire, can we? So it has to be highly controlled. That's the secret of metabolism, is controlled oxidation. Well, there are byproducts made from this oxidative reaction in our cells, and one of them is superoxide. This is oxygen, O2, but it's added an electron. And what this means is when we oxidize something, or when a free radical is active, it can donate an electron or take an electron, and it changes the chemical nature of whatever molecule it donates or takes that electron from. And so this superoxide, this O2 with a negative charge to it, is highly reactive, highly damaging, and superoxide dismutase, this enzyme, takes that O2 negative molecule and turns it into plain oxygen, which is not so damaging, and hydrogen peroxide, H2O2, which can be managed. H2O2 peroxide is used by our body to kill off invading germs and destroy other, just germs in general, viruses, parasites. The immune system uses it frequently. So our body can handle that, but we can't handle this O2 negative. It's highly damaging to us. And this process of creating superoxide plays a role in our degenerative diseases and pain. When you are in the throes of gout, the superoxide is playing a role in causing your pain. And so what they've been able to prove with good laboratory technique that would pass muster by any peer review is that tart cherry turns on this antioxidant pathway, superoxide dismutase. Now, this is different than how drugs work. Drugs really are toxins. They're poisons. And the dose of the substance dictates whether it's a poison or not. But this is the basic effect of a drug. Our nutrition works through our bodies to self-correct, self-heal. And this is what we're missing in America. This is the essence of holistic care, is helping the body heal itself, to correct itself. And tart cherry, in one way, one of its many ways, is through the superoxide dismutase. I hope that wasn't too laborious to get through, but it is the essence of dietary therapies. Now, these polyphenols, anthocyanins, and tart cherry, they also turn on our healing, repair, and recovery mechanisms. It goes far beyond just superoxide dismutase. Healing, repair, and recovery. It turns on our genetic code for wellness. I know of no medicines that do this type of thing. I spent many years, medical school and biochemistry degree and pharmacology classes and learning how to juggle 10, 12, 15 medicines at once. And it is a daunting task. In my humble opinion, it's the most difficult aspect of practicing medicine, managing all these different medicines. Medicines don't work like foods do. To think that we can correct our ills with just medicines, it is short-sighted and it is doomed for failure. And the statistics of health in America prove that statement. Now, you didn't turn on this program to have political discussions, and I understand that. You turned on this program to help learn how to better manage your ills. And I'm helping you provide that. But we are facing a crisis in this country that we must do something about. And accepting more health measures, more vitamin therapies, herbal therapies into our healthcare system is fundamental to correcting our current problems. We can't do it all with medicine and surgery and radiation. It's impossible. It will never work. We will have more disease, more disease, more disease, and less health, and we'll all become very dependent on a system that can only hand you a pill to calm your pain, but never heal you. Never forget the statement, there is no profit in wellness. That is the essence of what I'm telling you. So, enough of that. Let's get to helping people. So we turn on these corrective mechanisms. We turn on the healing and repair. They reduce DNA-directed inflammation. Now, also our DNA can program cells to become inflammatory. And part of inflammation initiates healing, and we want a little bit of it, but when it gets out of hand, it just causes us misery. So we have people who are in failed healing. Their injuries, their traumas, their worries, their diseases continue to cause inflammation, but it never heals. And we want to calm that and promote healing. So we want to calm down the auto-directed inflammation, promote the healing, deal with these free radicals, and bring about pain relief. This is the essence of how tart cherry works on gout, arthritis, and these other inflammatory conditions. So how well does it work? The European Journal of Nutrition and the Journal of Functional Foods recently, tart cherry anthocyanins and polyphenols, they are absorbed by humans and they are metabolized into active compounds. Now, this is a major hurdle in therapeutic investigation. Sure, if we inject something into a patient, we know it's getting into the system. But if I drink it, if I eat it, if I ingest it orally, does it reach the bloodstream? Does it go to the brain? Is it even absorbed? Well, they've been able to prove tart cherry polyphenols and anthocyanins, they are absorbed. And they are metabolized into active compounds. Now, we've also learned that resveratrol and products of the grape have this same characteristic. So here's the point of this. I may ingest a jar or a glass of tart cherry juice, and I get a peak of these antioxidants, proanthocyanins, and then they leave my system. And the investigator may say, well, it's out of the body, it can't do anything now. Well, what they're not including in their analysis is we metabolize these substances into other breakdown products that may stay in us for days and are still active. So this means you don't necessarily have to take tart cherry juice every single 5 hours to be effective. Even though the original substance is out of your body, the metabolites are still there and working. This helps us understand over time our patterns of diet are what really counts. You can have a little fun with that diet, but the pattern is what really counts. Day after day, that's our pattern. In the 1950s, Dr. Ludwig Blau was the first to prove tart cherries lowers uric acid levels, calms inflammation, and reduces gout attack risk. Uric acid is part of the gout equation. It is part of what leads to a gouty attack, the painful arthritis. There's more to it than just uric acid levels, but Dr. Blau was the first to prove cherry juice actually lowers your uric acid levels. When we return from these important messages, modern science has quantified just how much the uric acid and urate levels decline when we ingest cherry juice. It's really quite remarkable when we return. Have you heard about the health-promoting power of medicinal mushrooms? These remarkable mushrooms include maitake, shiitake, reishi, and ABM. The medicinal mushrooms contain beta-glucans, compounds that promote healthy immune function while helping to coordinate multiple body systems.
BioInnovations brings you Dr. Becker's Bionutrients Mushroom Complex with maitake, shiitake, reishi, and ABM in one convenient product.
Our mushroom complex features the safest and most powerful medicinal mushrooms available, providing natural support for a variety of health conditions.
BioInnovations is the affordable source that you can trust for all your vitamin and supplement needs. So give us a call at 888-442-2128. That's 888-442-2128. Or order online at bioinnovations.net. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings.
I'm Dr. Richard Becker for Your Health at a Glance. High cholesterol raises your risk for cardiovascular disease, but it's just one risk factor among many. And the need to lower your cholesterol can be over-exaggerated. Everywhere in the media, we see advertisements for cholesterol-lowering prescription drugs. It's a big business. Now, cardiovascular disease kills more Americans than any other disease, so we need to pay attention to all the risk factors for heart disease. Here's a prevention strategy. Besides lowering your cholesterol, treat high blood pressure. Stop all tobacco, manage diabetes, exercise regularly to stay fit, avoid sugar, eat fish and fresh fruits and vegetables. Take your daily vitamin and use omega-3 oils. Address all your risk factors, not just your cholesterol. For Your Health at a Glance, I'm Dr. Richard Becker. Different people have different vitamin and mineral needs. That's why Dr. Becker's Bionutrients Multiple Vitamin and Mineral Powders come in 4 different blends.
That's right. When it comes to vitamins, no one formula is right for everyone. For those who don't get enough vegetables in their diet, there's the Organic Green Blend with 3 servings of vegetables in every tablespoon.
And for those looking for a boost of fruit and berry phytonutrients, there's the Berry Blend with 3 servings of fruit in every tablespoon.
And don't forget the Active Adult Blend with extra B vitamins, calcium, and added cofactors like ginkgo and CoQ10.
Plus, we've designed a multiple for those with allergies called the Low Allergy Rice Blend.
Whatever your unique needs are, Bionutrients has a multiple vitamin that's just right for you.
Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health. We're back, everyone, going through the research on the tart cherry extract. Such an amazing, amazing product. And to help you get it, we have a great special for you. We have the Dr. Becker's Bionutrients Tart Cherry Extract. Buy one, get one free, where you buy 1 bottle at the list price, and you get a 2nd bottle free. So a great way to get started. So, Richard, this research is really amazing on the tart cherry.
Well, it is, and it's really quite thorough. We were talking about what happens to our uric acid levels, urate in our bloodstream when we ingest tart cherry. Does it have an effect on it at all, or is it something else that helps people with gout get relief from tart cherry? Well, University of California at Davis gave healthy subjects 250 grams of fresh tart cherries. 250 grams, that's a little more than half a pound of tart cherries. And this single dose lowered uric acid levels in the bloodstream by 15%. And this has been repeated and confirmed. But just recently, the Journal of Functional Foods released a study where 60 cc's of tart cherry juice, Now, there's no fiber, there's no seed. This is just the juice from the cherry. Lowered urate levels by, that's the uric acid in the bloodstream. When uric acid is in solution in the bloodstream, it's urate. Same stuff. It decreased urate levels by 36%. It increased the amount of urine urate excretion by 250%. It helped the body excrete out this uric acid in the form of urate in the urine. It also lowered the highly sensitive CRP, which is a measure of total body inflammation, by 29%. This shows us that the benefit of tart cherry does not come from the fiber. Now, there are health benefits from fruit fiber, no doubt about it, but we're talking about the gout-relieving properties of tart cherry. It comes from the juice and what's contained in the juice. So it's more efficient to take the juice. That's what those two studies shows. And when we concentrate that juice, the benefits even become more pronounced. Even though tart cherry tastes very tart, there's still considerable sugar in it. Keep that in mind, and we all need to be careful with that sugar. Boston University evaluated 633 gout patients' response to 10 to 12 tart cherries a day, 10 to 12 a day. They compared that with the placebo or tart cherry with allopurinol. Allopurinol is a mainstay medicine for gout. It is a xanthine oxidase inhibitor. Xanthine oxidase is the enzyme that makes uric acid. So we inhibit that enzyme, it lowers your amount of uric acid in your system. They found that the tart cherry alone, just tart cherry, 10 to 12 of them a day, lowered the risk of a gout attack by 45%, essentially half. Cut the risk in half. If the tart cherry was taken with the allopurinol medication, which you can do, it reduced the gout attack risk by 75%. This is remarkable, and it helps underscore the importance of understanding that you can take most of our dietary supplements and herbal therapies with medicines. There are some exceptions, but you can take them together when you have desperate need. And believe me, a gout attack requires desperate measures because it hurts. Anyone who's had it knows. So, allopurinol with tart cherry, 75% reduction, and 45% from the tart cherry alone. 633 gout patients. That's a big study. That's pretty reliable information. The Medical Journal Osteoarthritis and Cartilage, 58 osteoarthritis patients. Now, this is a different form of joint pain. Osteoarthritis, the most common arthritis in America. 2 8-ounce bottles of tart cherry juice daily, and just think of that as drinking 2 Coca-Colas a day. It's that much sugar. That's quite a bit. For 6 weeks, they experienced reduced inflammation levels in their bloodstream and improved arthritis assessment scores. Next study, Texas Women's University review published in Nutrition and Aging. This is close to home, Texas Women's University, right here in Denton, Texas. Review of available literature confirms tart cherry juice calms inflammation and relieves pain of aging, including pain from gout and arthritis, while improving WOMAC arthritis functional scores. What is this WOMAC business? WOMAC scores. This stands for Western Ontario McMaster's University Arthritis Index scores. You know, it's a difficult task quantifying someone's pain level. It's rather subjective. Some people can tolerate a lot of pain. Others can tolerate very little, relatively speaking. And so scientists have developed methods by which to quantify pain better. And so what the Western Ontario McMaster's University scientists have done, they use 5 different pain measures, 2 different stiffness measures, and a variety of physical function evaluations to make pain level more scientific, as it were, so we can get a better idea of what's helping what. And what they found from this review of all the literature, and this is important, these literature reviews really sum up all our knowledge. Tart cherry juice, tart cherry fruit, all of it. It helps with the pain of osteoarthritis and from gout. Acute topics in sports medicine, now we're going beyond just the pain of joint pains, but we're going to exercise pain. Now think of this. This is amazing. Tart cherry juice has the pain and inflammation relieving properties equivalent to naproxen. This is over the counter, Aleve, This is a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug, one of the stronger anti-inflammatory drugs that you can get over the counter. Tart cherry is equal to naproxen in pain relieving and inflammation relieving properties. But none of the stomach irritation, no stress on the kidneys, no stress on the liver. You can take it with any of your medicines, no drug interactions. Dramatically reduces inflammation, pain, soreness, and loss of strength associated with intense exercise while improving total antioxidant capacity, agility, and coordination. Now think of this for a minute. When we get intense exercise, we really push our limit. We really work hard in the yard or wherever we're doing, and we're so sore the next day, we're a little uncoordinated, aren't we? It's difficult to do things like thread a needle after you've exercised intensely. Well, Tart cherry juice was so effective in relieving the pain and inflammation of intense exercise that people had more agility and coordination. It could be measured. It was that effective. So this would allow a lot of us who are in chronic pain to take one step further, get in a little better condition, and be able to deal with the ramifications of early exercise better. And I think that's a wonderful use for Tart cherry. We have a break. We'll be right back. Can you lower your risk of disease? The answer is yes. One way is by including fruit in your diet. Fruit contains valuable nutrients that can reduce the risk of heart disease, stroke, and even some cancers.
We've searched the world and found 4 fruits we believe are among the best. Noni from Polynesia, acai from the Amazon, and 2 new ones, goji and mangosteen.
These 4 juices each have amazing properties that make them great additions to your nutritional plan. If you're a diabetic or have chronic pain, these juices will help you feel better and have more energy. Plus, they help with digestion.
Now you can experience the health-promoting benefits of all 4 in one convenient package we call the Fruits of the World 4-pack. And remember, it's 50% off by the case.
Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings. That number's 888-442-2128.
Is our hope for you today. I'm Cindy Becker. Celebrities often appear to be the most beautiful people in the world. They walk the red carpet. Millions watch on television and admire the beautiful clothes. But the Apostle Peter described the true source of beauty this way. You should be of your inner self, the unfading beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is of great worth in God's sight. The Christian theologian St. Augustine wrote, "Since love grows within you, so beauty grows. For love is the beauty of the soul." And English novelist Charles Dickens also described inner beauty. Cheerfulness and contentment are great beautifiers and are famous preservers of youthful looks. So tap into your inner beauty and reflect God's love to everyone around you. I'm Cindy Becker, and this is our hope for you today.
Is your life out of balance? It may be. The average American consumes far too many omega-6s and not enough omega-3s. This creates an imbalance.
So what can we do to get back in balance? We can eat a healthy diet.
And most of us need to supplement with omega-3 rich fish oil. Fish oil contains omega-3s with DHA and EPA, fatty acids that promote good brain and heart health. So reduce omega-6 in your nutritional plan and boost omega-3 to get back in balance.
To help you do that, BioInnovations offers 2 products, the Fish Oil Complex and Omega-369, both formulated for your health and well-being. So how do you choose? For highest levels of DHA and EPA, choose the Fish Oil Complex. For a balanced formula, choose the 369.
Go online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings. We're back, everyone, having a great discussion about tart cherry extract and learning a lot through this research. It's just amazing, isn't it? Well, to help you, we have a great special. We have the Dr. Becker's Bionutrients Tart Cherry Extract. Buy one, get one free, where you buy 1 bottle at the regular price, you get a 2nd bottle free. And guess what you don't get? You don't get any sugar. I know it doesn't taste as good taking that little capsule as it does a piece of pie, but you know, it's what we have to do.
Yeah.
So Richard, this research is really amazing.
It is, and we're really just scratching the surface, the tip of the iceberg, as it were. There is a lot of research now on cherries. Next one, 12 healthy volunteers. They gave them some cherry juice, 240 milliliters. That's 8 ounces or so. That is 8 ounces. Tart cherry juice or placebo crossover study. When they drank the tart cherry juice, there was a remarkable improvement in antioxidant capacity and reduction of oxidative stress. And that type of study has been repeated so many times, we don't really need to reference them anymore, but that one was done in the Journal of Nutrition. The American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, tart cherry juice lowers systolic blood pressure by 7 points. 7 systolic point reduction. That's typical of a FDA-approved medicine for hypertension. Now, tart cherry has no approval to treat any disease. And I can't make any claim about it curing any disease. That we're not allowed to say that, but you understand what I'm getting at. Your body's doing that healing. See, that's what I love about this stuff. It augments your body's natural abilities. 7 systolic points, I'll take it. I will take it. It also reduced cardiovascular disease risk factors in this study on blood pressure. And which ones? The FASEB journal, this is brand new. This was not in our last program. Tart cherry juice reduces oxidized LDL, soluble vascular cell adhesion molecules, and systolic blood pressure, indicating it attenuates accelerated atherosclerosis. Now, what does that mean? LDL isn't as big a problem as oxidized. When we oxidize or free radicalize this LDL cholesterol, think of it as festering. Now, it's not an infection, but it becomes inflamed. And when that happens, it triggers this soluble vascular cell adhesion molecule. It's a group of molecules that, what it does, it starts clumping platelets together. And fibrin, the fibrous, the little cables of a clot, they start clumping together on that oxidized LDL, and it becomes so inflamed, it breaks loose and travels down the artery, plugging the artery. That's your heart attack. So stopping this process of inflaming and oxidizing the LDL and preventing the clot forming, that's what it's all about. It helps to prevent vascular events. And they were able to prove tart cherry does that beautifully. Does it beautifully. Wonderful. Next, here's one that's very important. Same journal, FASEB, a new one. Tart cherry juice increases sleep time in seniors with insomnia 85 minutes on average. You know, it's that extra hour and 20, hour and 30 minutes of sleep that you weren't getting. Waking up at 5, oh boy, that's going to be a long day. I could sleep till 6:30 with a little tart cherry juice and get a full night's sleep and feel good for the whole day. That's the difference we're talking about. And there's no drug, no dependency, no sedation, no waking up in the middle of the night and falling down because you're woozy from taking a sleeping pill. See? These are the benefits. They're just tremendous. Next, same journal, FASEB, 2017. 37 adults, tart cherry improves perceived memory, sustained visual attention, and improved DNA repair mechanisms. We talked about that earlier, but the perceived memory, I remember things better. I can keep my eye focused on important things, and my visual input is better. I can sustain it better. IMC journal, IMCJ, and the Journal of Clinical Oncology. This one's very important. Listen up. In the majority of non-diabetic peripheral neuropathy. Now, we've talked a lot about diabetic neuropathy and how alpha-lipoic and other things help, but we've not talked about non-diabetic neuropathies, say from chemotherapy, or from a pinched nerve or degenerative joint disease, or from virus, toxins, autoimmune diseases, all heavy metals, all these other forms, types of peripheral neuropathies. Get this. Tart cherry juice reduces neuropathy pain from 20 to 50% or more in the majority, the clear majority of those involved in these studies. Neuropathy, peripheral neuropathies, non-diabetic type, tart cherry can be very, very helpful. Now, I did not find a study on diabetic neuropathy. I don't know why it wouldn't help the diabetic. We know we have multiple studies on how it does help diabetes. So I would be willing to say you can be confident that any type of neuropathy, if you get on a Tart cherry supplement and stay with it, you're going to begin to receive some benefits. Who should consider using Tart cherry? Anyone wishing to improve their health. And I urge you, especially during cherry season, enjoy a bowl of cherries. They are so delicious. I love them. And all cherries are helpful. It's not just the Tart ones. We make the Tart ones into the supplement because they contain the most benefit. A couple capsules of our Tart cherry equals 16 ounces of juice minimum. That's the minimum. Sometimes it's even more depending on the harvest. It depends on what we're extracting from. But anyone who wants to improve their health should consider Tart cherry and enjoy them in season. Have the juice, but be careful with the sugar. That's my only concern with that. Those in chronic pain from arthritis, degenerative disc disease, gout, fibromyalgia, of virtually any cause of pain. Those who are at risk or have cardiovascular disease or have a degenerative disc disease or degenerative neurologic disease of any, such as Alzheimer's disease and other forms of dementia, diabetes, and cancer. Tremendous benefits for all of these. The only contraindication from taking Tart cherry extract or eating cherries is allergy to cherry. And it does happen. It's not exceedingly common, but there are, I looked through the literature for drug interactions from cherry. I couldn't find any. I looked for case studies of somebody who took cherry and then had a bad reaction with their medicines and ended up in the hospital. I couldn't find any. So who's ever heard of that? If you have, let me know and we'll check it out. But virtually everyone can have Tart cherry as long as you're not allergic. Now, when we return, I want to round out some other simple measures to help those of you in daily pain. We'll be right back. For centuries, the herb Astragalus has been a staple of traditional Chinese medicine. It's used to create a strong shield, protecting the immune system.
Astragalus is also used to support healthy heart and lung function.
There's even more. Astragalus helps to calm total body inflammation, a common cause of pain and chronic illness.
All of that without the use of medication.
That's right. Support your health the way nature intended with Astragalus root.
BioInnovations brings you Dr. Becker's Bionutrients Astragalus Root Extract. BioInnovations is the affordable source that you can trust for all your vitamin and supplement needs. Give us a call at 888-442-2128 or order online at bioinnovations.net and see what Astragalus can do for your health. That number once again is 888-442-2128. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings. Call today.
I'm Dr. Richard Becker, and this is Your Health at a Glance. Our health depends on the choices we make every day, and few conditions are as dependent on our choices as diabetes. So here is your daily diabetic checklist. Number 1, take your diet seriously every day. Eat lean protein and leafy vegetables. Number 2, sugars and starches raise blood glucose, so reduce them in your diet. Number 3, check your blood glucose and record the readings every day. Number 4, take your medication daily and don't skip. And number 5, try to exercise every day. It will help you take off weight, which will help your body regulate blood sugar better. If you are diabetic, this is your quick daily checklist that could make life better. For Your Health at a Glance, I'm Dr. Richard Becker.
Are you one of the 62 million Americans suffering from gastrointestinal problems? Do you struggle with other chronic conditions? That's why we offer Dr. Becker's Bionutrient Probiotics.
After years of research, we developed a revolutionary probiotic formula with gastrodefense technology. This system protects the good bacteria from stomach acid so the probiotics reach the intestines where they go to work. Additionally, we use live count technology to prolong the shelf life of the probiotics, so there's no need for refrigeration.
Dr. Becker's Bionutrient Probiotics is a powerful combination and one of the most effective formulas available today. And we offer a children's chewable formula too, both at prices you can afford.
Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings. That number's 888-442-2128. Your Health is brought to you by Bioinnovations, trusted products for your health and well-being. We're back, everyone. Just a very quick reminder on that special today. We have the Dr. Becker's Bionutrients Tart Cherry Extract. Buy one, get one free, so don't miss it. So, Richard, what's the best way to supplement with Tart Cherry Extract as a supplement?
Well, I would take the Tart Cherry Extract capsules. Ours is a 4-to-1 concentrate extract, and so that allows you 2 capsules is equal to at least 16 ounces of juice with no sugar in. I even opened the capsule and tasted it, and it is that tart. There's no sweet in it at all. So we're completely avoiding the fructose of fruit, which is the one we have to be careful with. So it's a good way to do it. 2 capsules daily for health maintenance. That's a good approach. And you can do 2 to 4 capsules every hour if you have a gout attack, and keep doing that until the inflammation calms. Also, if you're faced with some insomnia, maybe you're hurting and that's keeping you awake, take 2 or 3 at bedtime to help you fall asleep, relieve those pains. It's really helpful for sleep. It's surprising how well Tart Cherry Extract helps for sleep. Now, for all those of you who are hurting and in pain, some general measures. We've been discussing cherry extract today, and it's excellent for pain, but drink more water. Simply being dehydrated makes pain worse. And if we're excreting more uric acid, we want to carry that uric acid out of our urinary system and not make a uric acid stone. Dehydration leads to a lot of problems that you don't need. Add a little citrus daily, 8 to 12 ounces of citrus and 500 milligrams of citrate daily. I can't go into all the details why, but citrus provides a lot of health benefits to us. And if you don't want the fruit so much, get citrate capsules. Citrate is tremendous. Stop all high fructose corn syrup as to the best of your ability. Start a gentle exercise program, even if it hurts. You may need a physical therapist, a chiropractor, an osteopath. Hands-on physical therapies work wonders for pain. Don't let the MDs who only have a prescription pad convince you any differently. Physical activity and hands-on therapy make a difference. Eat healthy. Be careful about food sensitivities and food reactions. You may be reacting to nightshades, tomatoes, potatoes, peppers, eggplants, tobacco. Many people have severe joint pain every time they eat a pepper. Why suffer day in, day out just because you like hot? You can have hot sauce, but not the pepper plant itself. See, there's a difference there. So be careful about foods. They can make your pain worse. Quality multiple vitamin and mineral. Many people are stalled in failed healing. We need nutrients to heal. Supplement those. Vitamin D. People with low D levels are in chronic pain. It's been shown multiple times. Vitamin C can be helpful. Treat occult infections. Maybe you have an intestinal tract full of yeast. That creates inflammation that will set your joints on fire, and you'll never get relief until you correct the dysbiosis. All of these things are helpful in treating our chronic pain. But today our topic was Tart Cherry. Enjoy. We'll see you tomorrow, folks. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Did you know lifestyle diseases are a $2 trillion economic burden annually? Benjamin Franklin once said an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Don't wait for a diagnosis, disease, or other ailment to surprise you. Eat an apple, take a walk, give a hug. Take positive preventive steps towards a healthier lifestyle, and you'll experience vitality every day. It's not crazy, just healthy.
Hi, my name's Charlie. Have you ever tried to watch your favorite CTN show? Only to find out you already missed it. Aww. Well, I've got good news for you. Hooray! You can catch all your favorite shows on YouTube. And just by a few clicks. So, what are you waiting for? Go to YouTube, CTN